Live from WFSB, Connecticut's #1 local news, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 7.
It's 7 o'clock right now, and we are live on Roku, Apple TV, and the Amazon Fire Stick. We begin with the latest on the coronavirus. While our state continues to be a leader here in the U.S., the latest numbers are a little concerning. 136 more people tested positive out of nearly 11,000 tests. The state's positivity rate has been over 1% for about a week now, and we were learning that 7 more patients were hospitalized, which has now brought the total to 71, and that's the highest number we've seen since July. Meantime, major changes are coming for out-of-state travelers who are flying through Bradley International Airport. Governor Lamont says if travelers have a negative COVID test within 3 days of arriving here, they can skip the 14-day quarantine. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Aya Galal explains how it all works.
Travelers would have to test negative for coronavirus 72 hours before arriving in Connecticut. The travel advisory applies to any person arriving from a state with a positive test rate higher than 10 per 100,000 residents, or a state with a 10% or higher positivity rate over a 7-day rolling average. We also learned that passengers might soon be tested at Bradley Airport. Airport officials say Bradley is looking into setting up testing on site, either in a parking lot or a terminal. The airport does have a relationship with a testing lab, but wants to make sure they have appropriate resources before setting up on-site testing. Passengers we spoke with at the airport this morning say they think it's a good idea.
As long as the turnaround on the test would be relatively quickly and right away, yeah, I think that, be a little more comfortable traveling too.
This comes as Puerto Rico was added to the state's travel advisory. Several states, including California, Hawaii, and Maryland, have been removed. Aya Galal, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
And there are some coronavirus concerns in Meriden, where a Maloney High School football player tested positive just days after attending a rally where hundreds gathered right outside the state capitol. The school says the cohort that the student was a part of is now in quarantine. City officials say he had no symptoms when he was at the rally, and there's really no way of knowing when he actually contracted the virus. Contact tracing is now underway, and we know that Maloney High School will be open today, and several sports practices will continue last night. For some more information on the coronavirus, including some ways that you and your family can stay healthy at home, just head to our Channel 3 app. It's free to download. Developing news this morning, police in Naugatuck are continuing to search for a man who tried to hit a police officer with his car, and that prompted the officer to fire his gun. Sergeant Nicholas Kios allegedly fired his weapon at 24-year-old Rosnovsky Machado, seen here, after he began driving at the officer during a traffic stop. Now, it's not clear if Machado was hit because he took off after the shooting. Police were able to find his car, but Machado is still on the run.
It's pretty scary for me. It's something I've never seen around here or happen around in this area, so just knowing that something like that took place here was kind of frightening.
Sergeant Kihas was taken to the hospital to be checked out after the shooting. He's now on administrative duty. A second officer, identified as Officer Kevin Zanuck, was also involved in the incident, but he did not fire his weapon. We continue to track Hurricane Sally this morning. The storm made landfall less than an hour ago. You are taking a look at images now from the Alabama coast. This is right by Mobile, Alabama, from WALA. You can see that the rain that's making its way through is already causing a lot of flooding. And that rain is just dumping down by the buckets
Those
here.
who live on the Gulf Coast are all too familiar with Mother Nature's wrath. We still hope and pray that Sally will not bring that type of pain and heartache.
That was Alabama Governor Kay Ivey warning of the historic flooding that Sally is likely to bring. Now, a company that tracks storm damage says the financial toll from Sally could be as high as $2 to $3 billion.
7:04, talking locally, our weather is pretty good. It was cool this morning with temperatures in the low to mid to upper 40s, but as you can see, our Doppler scanning dry comes with mixed blessings. We could use a little rain around here. Unfortunately, no rain today, but you're in for another nice day today with smoke from a distant fire filtering through the upper layers of the atmosphere, and that's you'll see that little orange haze with the sun out there today. Temperatures will top out in the mid to upper 70s for inland Connecticut, low 70s for the shoreline with a pretty good amount of sunshine there as well. So it looks like all in all a nice day. Here are the current temperatures: 42 in Salisbury, 43 in Putnam and in Danbury. Then you've got 44 in Torrington. Then we jumped to 46 in Putnam, and then lower 50s, maybe 62, definitely 62 for Groton. A little bit warmer there, but that's pretty typical for this time of morning. Temperature differential, we're up a little bit from where we were yesterday, so not quite as cool at this hour than where we were yesterday. Yesterday we were in the mid to upper 30s, but still it's cool out there this morning, and the dew points are comfortable in the low to mid to upper 40s, and that's pretty much where they'll stay. That's what I'm talking about. There's the sun, and again you'll see that smoke from a distant fire up in about 10 to 15,000 feet up in the layers of the atmosphere there. So not a problem for us at the ground surface, but it is around in the upper layers of the atmosphere. And you can see a little bit of fog draped across the skyline on our store's eye cam, but not precluding any traffic this morning. New Haven, some puffy clouds out there, but the sun is making its way up. And as we move you through the satellite and radar, not a whole lot of activity taking place, but all eyes are down on Sally, where it made landfall at 4:45 this morning. In Gulf Shores, and that is unfortunate. So between Mobile and Pensacola, Florida, they're getting the worst of this storm, inches and inches and inches and inches of rain, and storm surge is going to be a problem as well. So keep a good thought for these folks. There could be devastating flooding in this part of the country. Again, keep a good thought for them. Our Futurecast, Tomorrow's Weather Today, shows us an hour-by-hour depiction of not a whole lot going on during the day today. Tonight, we run the clock down with partly to mostly clear skies. Tomorrow, there will be a little bit of an increase in cloudiness. Watch what's taking place in the northwest portion of your screen, the upper left-hand portion. Here comes a frontal boundary, and it comes through with very little moisture to work with. So we're not expecting too much in the way of rain. This is 7 p.m. tomorrow evening. Not a whole lot of rain, but we are expecting cloud coverage, and then we'll clear things out. Friday morning, we'll wake up to mostly cloudy skies, and then we'll clear things out as the day wears on, and then the weekend looks great. Temperatures today climb into the low to mid to upper 70s, mostly sunny and breezy. Don't forget that sun. It sets in the 6 o'clock hour now, 6:58. And we are taking a look at a 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, warmer, 79 degrees with partly sunny skies. Chance for some scattered showers very early Friday morning, giving way to partly to mostly sunny skies. And then the weekend, wow, 64 degrees, both Saturday and Sunday. That's chilly. And the overnight low is 40. The typical overnight low is about 53. That means a lot of towns will be dropping into the low to mid 30s in parts of northwest and northeast Connecticut Sunday morning, and then again Monday morning, and then the temperatures start to moderate for the first day of autumn, which comes on Tuesday. That's a check of your early warning forecast. Nicole, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Hun. Thank you so much for tuning into Eyewitness News. Remember, you can get news and weather updates anytime right on the Channel 3 app. Have a great day, everyone.